This is Kenny the Handyman with another helpful tip on how to locate studs behind your drywall. So in typical 2x4 construction, the studs are laid out every 16 inches. That's why on your tape measure you have every 16 inches you have it highlighted. So that'll make it easy for the framers. But we're going to use a stud finder, although I don't find these stud finders to be all that accurate, but they kind of give you a clue. Other clues you have is that you know you got a stud in the corner of your framing usually, and then you can measure 16 inches out from the corner. Or if you have an electrical outlet, you know that the electrical box is mounted to the side of a stud. So the question is it located on this side of the electrical outlet or this side? So we will take our stud finder and find out. So this thing, you know, it's giving me all these false hits. So I don't know for sure where it is, but this one looks to be pretty close. And in fact, I did find it. I marked that above there, but I'm going to mark right here is the location of our stud. And because we don't always know for sure if that's where the stud is, I always take a nail and then I pound it right in here to find out if that's the stud. So you just take a thin nail, and you're going to want to, because if you miss it, you don't want to put unnecessary holes in your drywall. There you can hear the sound. So that definitely hit a stud. But you also want to find the center of the stud. The studs are 1.5 inches wide, so you don't want to be right at the edge and then kind of miss it. So I like to go on either side of the hole I just hit. Assuming that's the center, I want to make sure that there's not a stud over here. This is about 3/4 of an inch out. I should be right at the edge of the stud. And in fact, yep, I missed the stud there, so I know the stud's going that way. So I keep doing this until I find the edge of the stud, which should be right about here. Because you want to drill your hole right in the center of the stud if possible. And there's the edge of the stud. So I know that this is the center of my stud. And then from there, you're just going to take your tape and go out 16 inches from there to find the rest of the studs. And the next stud will be 16 inches from that location, and that's the location of your next stud, which in fact I just drilled a hole because I found it earlier. And that's how you found the locations of all your studs in your wall so that you can have a secure mounting. In this case, I'm going to be mounting a bunch of tools on the wall.